Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to another video. I feel like I haven't done this in forever, so let's chat. At the same time we're chatting, I am going to uncoil my brand new planner. If you didn't see my unboxing, my launch day unboxing, I will put that in the card, which is somewhere. I'll put that up there. Anyways, so I have this year's planner, which I put my new cover on, and then I say next year's planner. This is for 2022-2023. I'm going to make it a true academic year, start it in September. Erin Condren did come out with an August start and a September start now, but I don't have July and August in this one, so next year I will get just buy a September start. This year I bought the July start, but I want July and August in my current planner. I'm gonna take some weeklies out of here as well because it's getting pretty thick, and then I will fix this one up. So I think what I'm gonna do, so if you've watched any of my unboxings, if you've watched any of my setup videos before, I think I did a uncoiling video. I use chip clips or clothes hangers. I like to have two. I like to have one on the bottom, one on the top. I find it much easier. I also use these little pliers. These are just from the dollar store, and they're like jewelry pliers. And I like to do this because I find it helps somewhat. It doesn't help completely, but I like to put a little, this is like one of those cleaning cloths that comes with the LifeProof cases, and I like to actually put that over my pliers, and that's how I'll grab onto my coil. I find it just doesn't strip it as much, and I have a lot of things in my planner, so you need to take off your cover and any inserts inside. So I have a today page marker. I also have a month page marker, and then I just bought this bill tracker one, and I also have a lunar calendar that I just have in there. So all my stuff is off, and that's what it'll look like. Sometimes you need to take the stickers out of the back as well. It just depends on if it shifts around on you. So I like to get my chip clips, put one on the top. That one might be too small. The first time I did this, I called them chip clips, and when I was editing, I realized that they're actually clothespins, but we use them as chip clips. We use them as clothespins too, but all right. And personally, I like to go for the bottom coil. This coil I notice much less, so I go for the bottom one. And you're gonna take this bent part here, and you're literally just going to bend it. There is no eloquent way to do this. You just bend it until it kind of matches your coil. All right, so you're kind of trying to get something like that. When you use the pliers and you have a colored coil, it's going to take some of the color off. Even this doesn't completely help it, so it just happens. When you're uncoiling, you still have this one. So what I do is I uncoil, and I actually lift this one up because it'll wreck your pages if you just kind of let it pull through. I'm sorry if I'm shaking the phone as well, my bad. All right, and then you literally just twist. I have done this every year, several times a year since 2017, I want to say, for quite a few years. I make my own planners sometimes. I made my own teacher planner this year. You can buy coils from Lime Life planners, and it's just like an empty coil. So that's kind of what I do if I want to make my own. And you can take it to Staples and they'll punch it, or you can just get like an 1/8 of an inch or a 1/4 inch punch and punch it. Or you can buy a blank sketchbook from Erin Condren and just print on those pages, which is what I did for my teacher planner. Again, I have a video on that. I'll link that. I've been seeing some comments. I know some of you want me to teach you how to do this. The company that I bought these from, I don't share because I had a bad experience, and honestly, they're kind of shit quality and they were expensive and I waited forever for them. So I don't really share the name of that company because I don't want to endorse them. But this is so easy to make. Like, so I can show you guys how to do that. Like, I know how to make dividers, so I'm sure I can make that. I'll show you how to make that. Okay, so this planner is out of the coil. So I want to keep July and August because I used those completely. Okay, and I'm gonna keep all my months, but I think I'm going to get rid of the weeklies in September, which are actually my April weeklies. And I'm gonna get rid of the weeklies in October because I didn't use them. Let me know down below if you would like these weekly pages or some of these weekly pages to see if you like hourly, if you want to try it out. All right, and I'm gonna get rid of my weeks that are in December as well. All right, so let's see what I have here. So September, October, November, December. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep the monthlies of September, October, November, December. Okay, and then January, I started using this as like a teacher planner, so I think I'm actually going to keep these in here because I didn't quite know what I wanted for a teacher planner yet, so I wasn't gonna buy one. I wanted to like see what I wanted, so those are gonna stay in here. And then March is when I started using it as an hourly planner again, so that's all staying in here. And then June, so July and August from this book are going to have weird tabs, which sucks, but I will get over it. Okay, so that is where July will fit in, July and August. So I'm just gonna kind of keep these over here. I'm gonna take this one and I'm going to uncoil. Just trying to see if one is worse off. So again, cover comes off. I put my ruler in September, so ruler's coming out. All right. So 18 month is really, really chunky. And I know I don't want that much because I do obviously use stickers. So July and August are for sure coming out. And then it'll be a September to August planner. I'm going to leave September, October, November, December monthlies in, going to take the weeks out because I don't need the weeks to pre-plan, but it would be nice to have the monthlies because I found myself this year needing to plan things in July, August, September, and not having those months. So I am for sure going to leave the monthlies in there. I'm going to take the weeklies out. I'm going to save the weeklies from this planner just in case, but my old one, let me know. I have some, like, obviously there's quite a few weeks out of here, so let me know if you're curious to try hourly, and I will send a few of those weeks off to you. So let me know down below. We can DM, we can chat, all of those things. So same thing, I'm gonna put a chip clip on. Sophisticated people call them clothespins. I call them chip clips. But yeah, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And I thought, while I did this, I would kind of update you guys on my life. I am still teaching. I sort of kind of have found a groove to teaching, like just recently, like maybe within the last 3 days. I don't know what's changed. I don't know what's happened, but I don't know, like I find myself enjoying teaching again. And I don't know, like maybe it was just a bump that I needed to go over. Don't know. Okay, so this is not working. And I know that if I bend this anymore, I'm going to break my coil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back. And I'm going to try with the top one. Okay, so these coils, yeah, you can see that. This seems to be very difficult for some reason. I've never had trouble. Like I said, I've been doing this for like 5 years, multiple times a year. Okay, so that was way harder. I think I'm gonna have to go get the tin snips and just snip it there because that was way too hard to get through and I'm not gonna get it back through. So everything is out. And I like to like set it in front of me and like actually do a little flippy flip through. Oh, I was gonna say I'm super tempted to just get rid of this page because I don't use it, but it's got a note page. It's got my mini months. So July through to August is coming out. Okay, so that is going into this planner right there. And then September through to August. All right, and I'm gonna take September monthly, and I'm gonna take the weeks out. October monthly, weeks out. November. And December monthly. All right. I'm not even gonna try to bother saving that like one note page with the week on the back because I really don't use my notes pages. And I want these pages. Yep. And then my stickers. Okay, so I'm gonna take the whole thing. Gonna get all the holes to line up. Okay. And I'm gonna try to figure out how. I think I'm just gonna snip it. I'm gonna snip it and try to coil it. Because I think that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do it. So I'm just gonna snip it and then I'll just do like or maybe I'll snip it right there. Do not try this if you are faint of heart or worried about wrecking your planner. Just don't do it. Just putting that out there. Don't do it if you're worried about wrecking your planner, because you might. Okay, I'm gonna go get the snips. Okay, so upon further inspection, this one actually doesn't look horrible, but there's a very sharp edge on the end. So I think I'm gonna cut that off. And then see what happens. So just gonna double check. So I have a September start, August, my weeks are out. I don't need to add anything in. All right, and I'm gonna put, I think I'm gonna put this one on the bottom. So I like to leave my clips off when I'm recoiling, and that's just because the pages will kind of mold to the coil shape. They'll kind of make like that U shape, and it's easier to get the coil in. It goes quicker, I find. Now, my biggest fear with this, the thing I'm really super careful with, is my vellum, because in past years, I've had vellum rip on me, like every single hole just rip when the coil goes through. So I try to be really super careful with the vellum. Every year it seems to get thicker, so you don't have to be like that careful with it, but I still like to be careful with it. Do not do this after an arm workout. Don't do this before an arm workout. It's hard on the arms and the hands, actually. So yeah, I've kind of gotten my groove with teaching, I find. They switched me on my Wednesdays, so I don't get to pretend to be an English teacher on Wednesdays anymore. Before, I'd go up and I'd get marking for the English teachers and I'd help them out, or I'd help them out with IRIs, reading tests, all those things. And then most recently, I've been helping the French team with French interventions. They've been doing their reading levels and things, so I've been helping with that. But we've had some issues in the office, and one of the other PE teachers has been in there quite a bit, so they decided that they wanted him in there on Wednesdays, and I'll be him on Wednesdays, and then I cover another class. So he does one of his classes on Wednesdays, I do 4 of them, and we have our PLC. So again, if you are worried about wrecking your coil or your coil not looking as nice, don't do this. I should put that warning at the beginning, because it will wreck your coil. No matter what you do, it's going to wreck your coil. All right, so much thinner. There's my 12 months plus my extra planning months. I'm going to put my cover back on. All right, so there is one. So next year's is done. And then let's put this year's back together. And I actually might take, what is at the end of June? Okay, no. We will just leave it. There it is. Okay, so July and August added. Is this going to be too? So there it is. I'm going to start it at the top so that I can bend it back on the bottom. This is another reason why you might want to take things out of the pocket. My sticker pages are in the way. Oh, guys, I didn't check. I did not check to make sure that I was all good. July. Okay, we're good. Okay. All right. Yeah, while I'm doing this, I also wanted to talk to you guys about my shop. So I opened my shop. I am definitely, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, definitely not having basically any success. And I'm thinking it's because I opened on a Shopify platform. I kind of did a poll over on Instagram, and I kind of asked, like, you know, do you guys trust Instagram? Or do you trust Instagram? Do you guys trust other platforms besides Etsy, like Shopify or Big Cartel or whatever else is out there, kind of thing? And 50% said yes, 50% said no. And I also did a couple more polls, like, when you look for stickers, where do you go? And 17 said straight to Etsy. And 5 said to Instagram to, like, check where the shop owner kind of has their shop or whatever. So I don't know. I might open up back on Etsy. The reason I went with Shopify, and I think I shared this with you guys, but The main reason I went with Shopify is just that I did a shit ton of research on Etsy versus Shopify and like Big Cartel versus Etsy or like whatever, like other, or like Wix even. And Shopify seemed to be the easiest, and it was also cheaper than Etsy. So like I watched a bunch of videos of people comparing their prices on Etsy and the price on Shopify. So Shopify is like 1 monthly fee, whereas Etsy, you have to pay every time you make a listing. You have to pay every time somebody orders something. You have to pay every time somebody uses a card or PayPal. Like you have to give them a percentage of your sale basically, and you have to pay a listing fee. So every new item that I list, I have to pay a fee for it. And on Shopify, you don't have to do that. So I can list as many things as I want, and it's just 1 monthly fee. And I was like, well, that sounds way better. And plus, Etsy put their prices up again. So, and that was, of course, the time that I was like opening my shop was like the week that everyone was boycotting Etsy. So I was like, well, I'm going to boycott too, because I don't want to pay their stupid, ridiculous prices either. And I think that's why I was kind of like, I'm just going to open up on Shopify, because I know how much Etsy gouges out of their customers, and their customers are the sellers, the artists that sell on Etsy. It's not the people that shop on Etsy. It's the people who, you know, are trying to make a living. And I mean, I think everyone has kind of gotten really greedy in this pandemic, and we've seen it with all the millionaires. They are coming home with huge ass paychecks, whereas some people still don't have their jobs back from the pandemic, and people are losing their homes and not able to buy food for their families because the prices are astronomical right now. You know, I think it's kind of shitty of Etsy to do that to its artists and sellers, who at the end of the day make the CEO his paycheck. So for a huge part for me was I know how much they gouge their customers, and I didn't want to support that. But at the same time, I'm not having success over on Shopify. So why would I continue there? I think I'll keep my Shopify store, because that's where I'd eventually like to be. But I think right now I just have to open back up on Etsy, and I don't necessarily want to do that, but I think it's the only way that I'm gonna have success. So I think this week I'm gonna move my stuff over to Etsy and just kind of set myself up over there. Again, I know how to use Etsy. It pisses me off that I have to pay to list every single thing. I wish it was just a monthly fee, but because I want to list so many things and the price racks up, and then they don't let you just like keep the listing up. You have to renew it every 4 months, which honest to God is a money grab in and of itself. Like it's such an obvious money grab that it's like, really, like you had to go that far. But you know, what can I do about it? Literally nothing. And if I want people to be able to find my stickers, then I guess I'm gonna go over to Etsy. So yeah, I thought I would just share that with you guys, because that's kind of what I've been thinking about lately, what I've been doing, what I've been up to, what's been on my mind. So yeah, there we go. Planners in. I have June already planned out. I have my kit in there. Looks like this. But I think I actually want to film my July setup. I'm using my favorite artwork. I absolutely love it. It's the lighthouse artwork, the watercolor lighthouse artwork, and it's my favorite. I've also been working, somebody asked me to make a washi sheet. So I've been working on adding all of those to each kit, and I really love it. And I've also been working on horizontal versions to add on to the kit as well. Maybe I can show you guys that too. So I'm gonna flip you guys around. I have my computer here, so I'll show you my July monthly kit, and I will also show you the horizontal add-on that I've been working on, which also goes along with the washi sheet because it has horizontal parts to it, and I'll show you guys that as well. So I'm gonna turn you around one sec. All right, so here is my July kit. It's called Smooth Sea. I love the lighthouses, adorable. And I love the colors in it, especially this blue. And then this is the horizontal add-on that I've been working on. So it has your full boxes, it's got some checklists and a weekly checklist kind of thing. And then date covers, individual date covers that fits over the date covers, all your date dots, bill due, cancel, all of that stuff. And then the washi sheet comes with a 15 mil, a 10 mil, a 7 mil, 5 mil, and then these fit over the top part of the horizontal planner. They fit that strip of color. So if the strip of color in the planner doesn't match, you can add it. Let me pull it up here. I have my horizontal planner out here. So they fit right here. So they cover that. So here's an example. So if that color doesn't match, they cover that up there. So obviously purple like would have probably matched this kit and would have matched this kit, but this peach doesn't match. So I'm working on getting these sheets done for each kit. So obviously the washi sheet, and then the horizontal sheet is what takes me a little bit longer because I want it to match the full box page for the vertical or the hourly. So that takes me a little bit longer because I'm trying to get the sizes right and everything. But yeah, so I will plan with I'll actually do my monthly this month, or no, not this month, in July. So you guys will see that. And I'm gonna plan with this kit. Love it. I love lighthouses. You guys know I have a lighthouse tattoo. And here's my new other cover. I put it, this is my shop planner. I basically just make lists in this. So yeah, I'm gonna flip you back around and maybe say bye. All right, guys, so uncoiled, recoiled, this will start in September. Very excited next year to just be able to buy a September start, not have to uncoil. Super duper excited about that. I have one more day of classes with students, and then I have a PD day. I'm very excited. This week has actually gone really good. I was really bummed that my Wednesdays were being kind of taken away from me, and I would have to teach on Wednesdays and not be able to do the things I like about teaching. Like, obviously I like the teaching part of teaching, but my favorite part is like the organizing, the marking, the data collecting, like all of that part. I really like that part, which most teachers don't. So I am an oddball, and that's okay. But yeah, like I've been finding a little bit of a groove, which is really nice. And I actually enjoyed today. And the class that I was really worried about, I actually asked my colleague to just like poke his head in because he has kind of a presence about him. So I was like, can you just stop by and like, you know, like visit or whatever. But it was totally fine. Like, we didn't have problems. They're really excited. I told them I want to play soccer baseball with them because I love soccer baseball. I'm a soccer baseball freak. I absolutely love it. And I asked them, I'm like, do you guys like that? Like, would you like that? Have you ever played? And they were super excited. So, and then the last class, amazing. They're really excited too. And the first two classes were fine as well. But the class that I was really worried about is the one right after lunch. And it was absolutely fine. We had fun. We played a couple games. It was really good. We have the para NB equipment. So we do wheelchair basketball and then the sledge hockey. We have the sleds and the sticks and stuff. So we do hockey, sledge hockey. And we do like 4 weeks of that where we have those loaned to us. And we're really lucky that we can do that because I've been to schools and not every school gets that or has that opportunity. So it's really cool for the kids to like learn about para sports, get to experience it, realize how difficult it is. And they really enjoy it, especially wheelchair basketball. That's really fun for them. So they enjoy that. But yeah, My alarm has been going off every 10 minutes because I'm setting an alarm. I'm trying to form a new habit. I'm trying to do my chiropractor exercises every day because I'm sick of being in pain. And a huge part of our life, my husband and I and our dog Holly, a huge part of our life is hiking and hiking anywhere we go. And last year was really, really hard for me. I've kind of let myself get out of shape, and my back is a huge part of that. We were in a car accident in 2014, and ever since then I've had trouble. My ribs dislocate. I have really weak muscles in my back, like all around my rib cage, and they spasm quite a bit, and that's what I call my rib pains. It's like a sharp shooting pain. It basically feels like somebody is poking something really sharp into my ribs, and I compare it to a contraction. I've never had a contraction, but I compare it to that because it's a very quick, sharp pain. It takes the breath away from me and it hurts, but then it's like nothing ever happened, and I've definitely freaked people out before. But yeah, and then when we go hiking, a big issue for me is like when I'm standing for long periods of time, I don't realize that I'm in pain, but then when I go to sit down, I realize how overextended my back is, like over curved my back is. And then when I go to sit down and I hunch over, my lower back especially is in a lot of pain. So she's given me some exercises to kind of strengthen the muscles, not only around my rib cage and my back, but also some like almost like mindfulness. So whenever I'm walking, I try to really almost over exaggerate. And guys, if you're like, I don't want to hear about this, bye, don't worry about it. And I'll see you next time. So I'm trying to form a new habit, I'm trying to be more mindful, trying to take care of my body, which is a huge thing for me because I don't. But yeah, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna fill out my weather for the rest of the week. All of those things. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was useful. I hope if you wanted to uncoil your planner, you were successful. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you'd like to test out a few of those. They're hourly Erin Condren weeks. Let me know if you want to test a few of them out. You want to try it. You want to see if you like it. I will send those to you in the mail. Buy some snail mail. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next week for a setup video. Bye, y'all.